Hello, this is Paul Nelson with Western Sport Floors, Wyoming Wood Floors, coming to you today from the American Sports Builders Show in Houston, Texas, December 2023. I have with me Mr. Jim Asciutto, City Floors, or City Floor Supply.
Thanks for having me, Paul.
You're welcome. The name of the company is City Floor Supply?
That's correct.
Formerly Philadelphia Floor Store?
Yes, sir.
And so you guys just tell us a little bit about City Floor Supply, what you sell and what you do for contractors.
So we're a distributor of hardwood flooring. We sell hardwood, finishes, stains, abrasive, and sanding machines and equipment. And also we have a repair service and rental service.
What's the name of the town that you're out of?
We're out of King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, which is right outside of Philadelphia.
King of Prussia, Pennsylvania.
I got to get it with that same accent that you get, and it'll be very good.
So one of the things where we've been doing business, Jim, is you've been fixing my edgers recently.
Yes,
and I have had some edgers that have been pretty beat up.
Yeah, they come in pretty good. We like that.
Absolutely. But I've been really impressed with the product that I've been getting back when
Thank
you
you.
repair these edgers. And edgers have gotten expensive. I mean, everything has. What is a brand new edger from City Floor Supply today? A Super
between
7. Let's talk about a Super
7. I think they're about $2,700 or $2,800.
$2,800 for a brand new Super 7 edger.
That's correct.
But here's the interesting thing on those Super 7 edgers. Is there any part on them that's not replaceable?
Everything is replaceable.
Everything is replaced. You broke that aluminum cast handle, that's
We
replaceable.
can replace it.
Or you could even theoretically weld it and
We
fix
can
it.
weld it. We can give that a shot first. Sometimes that's less expensive. to
Okay.
weld.
Let's go inside that machine. There's a motor. There's two main components of the motor. Can you talk about that?
So you have the field, which is the outside part. It's kind of inside the chassis. And then there is the armature that goes inside of that.
So what happens if the field goes bad?
It's usually an electrical short. Most times we'll have to test that in a testing machine called a growler. And it's an electrical test, and it'll tell you that it's bad.
Okay.
There's really no way to repair that field.
Okay.
Because it's a big coil windings that give you part of the magnetic field that drive the motor.
Gotcha.
So if that has a short, we just replace that. You can unscrew it out of the chassis and put it back in.
What's a new field cost?
Probably about $150.
$150 compared to a $2,800 machine.
Yes, sir.
Well worth repairing.
That's correct.
So what's that other part called?
The other part's called the armature, and that is like your main engine.
And that's the round. It's round
Round
and
piece, it's about this big, and then your brushes with a Super 7, you'll have 4 brushes that make contact on the gold bars. The gold bars we call a commutator.
okay. So what if that
So there's a
armature's
couple
bad?
repairs that go bad on the armature. If there is a short in the armature, that's something that you can't repair. Or
Okay.
you can maybe get it rewound. We actually don't do that at City Floor Supply.
Okay.
If there's a short, we would just replace the armature. But we do repair them. The other repair is if your edge is sparking a lot of times that's caused by the brushes making contact with that copper or bronze commutator, and it just wears a groove in there. So what we do is we take the armature out, we put it in our lathe, and we machine it to take the groove out. And you can do that anywhere from 2 to 3 times on an armature to make it, instead of buying a new one, which is about $500, we can repair it for about $125.
That's fantastic. But even if you had to replace the armature for $500, again, relative to a $2,800 machine, that's probably
it.
worth doing.
Yes, sir.
So I've been sending you my edgers over the last couple of years, and I always tell you, freaking fix it, Jim. And typically you'll put on a new pad.
Yes.
Usually you put in new brushes.
Yes.
A lot of times, what do you call the things that hold the brushes?
The brush holder.
The brush holders.
Super
Some
70, a little spring brush. that
little
puts the
spring
pressure on it.
brush holders. A lot of times I think you replace those.
Replace them, keep them good.
Eh.
That's one thing that'll wear the armature prematurely. If one of the brush holders gets weak, it's not putting the proper pressure, then the brushes are kind of wearing uneven on the commutator. That causes that lift.
I think typically with shipping both ways, and I'm in Montana, I'm not close to you, but I'm seeing my edgers come back totally rebuilt in the $600-700 range.
That's correct.
I find that's well worth it.
It is.
And really, they're effectively a new machine when they come back from you.
Yeah, it's going to function just as good as the original one did.
Yeah, it's just amazing. So, not sure if contractors realize how rebuildable most wood flooring equipment is.
It is, and we've actually developed a checklist over the years for each type of machine, and it's basically like a 21-point inspection process. So when we get your edger in, regardless of what we see right off the bat, we go through the same 21-point inspection process where we check over all the electrical, make sure the cord, when you wiggle it, doesn't shut the machine off, the switch works. We'll check on the operational function of the machine and the mechanical functions.
Gotcha. Well, Jim, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for stopping by my table saw.
Thanks a lot, Paul. Have a great day.
For Western Sport Floors and Wyoming Wood Floors, this is Paul Nelson coming to you from Houston, Texas. You make it a great day.